I hope I don't drop them.
Oh boy.
We've got a little bit of everything kind of haul. I got some books. Some of these are from Little Free Libraries, some from the regular library. See, there they go. Some from thrift stores, some were gifted. I'm going to do those first because I'm about to drop them. There they
Oh
all go. Whee!
boy.
Uh, let's start with the thrift store we went to today. We went to a thrift store over in Mason, West Virginia, and I got 7 books because at this particular thrift store it's 7 for $1 unless otherwise marked. So I got $1 worth, and we also picked up a DVD. Was what, a quarter for the DVD?
I believe so.
We got The Woman in Black, starring Daniel Radcliffe. It's like a ghost story. I haven't seen it yet, but I remember when it came out. I remember the standees and stuff in the movie theater, and it looks a little bit spooky. It says don't watch it alone.
Hmm.
The Woman in Black Shall Never Let Go. The Haunted House Thrill Ride. So I think it might be interesting.
Hmm.
Arthur Kipps, a widowed lawyer whose grief has put his career in jeopardy, is sent to a remote village to sort out the affairs of a recently deceased eccentric. But upon his arrival, it soon becomes clear that everyone in the town is keeping a deadly secret.
Hmm.
Although the townspeople try to keep Kipps from learning their tragic history, he soon discovers that the house belonging to his client is haunted by the ghost of a woman who is determined to find someone and something she lost. And no one, not even the children, are safe from her vengeance.
Huh.
Hmm. Sounds interesting. We need to have a movie marathon at some point and start watching some of these DVDs we keep bringing home.
Oh boy.
So the books I started with these 3. And then I was like, well, let's see what else I can fill in with. This one is called Doctor to the Dead, Grotesque Legends and Folk Tales of Old Charleston.
Hmm.
I thought it sounded interesting. But is it Old Charleston as in South Carolina, or is it Old Charleston as in
West Virginia,
West
maybe.
Virginia? South Carolina. Curator of the South Carolina Historical Society.
Hmm.
Co-founder of the Poetry Society of South Carolina.
Hmm.
And it's published by University of South Carolina Press, Columbia, South Carolina. Well, Columbia's just a hop, skip, and a jump from Savannah.
Hmm.
So I thought this sounded interesting. I'm interested in ghost stories and stuff. And then I found The One and Only Ivan, which I think I read this one. Gorilla lived in a shopping mall. Um, then he makes friends with Stella and Bob. Well, then a little further down the shelf, I found The One and Only Bob.
Huh.
I don't think I've read that one yet. But they're by Catherine Applegate, and I really love her children's stories. They're really good. She's the one that did um I just completely blanked on, I was gonna say the wrong one, but sequel to the Newbery Medal winner, One and Only Ivan. So One and Only Ivan won the Newbery. What else did she write? I've just completely blanked.
Hmm.
The one I was gonna say I think is somebody else.
Probably.
Well, I was gonna say Because of Winn Dixie, but I think that's Katie DiCamillo.
Hmm.
Do they not have a list of her books?
Apparently
Discussion
not.
questions. Dear reader, acknowledgments. Well, darn. Apparently, they don't want you reading her other books because they're not listing them in here.
Yeah.
Apparently, Danny DeVito voiced Bob in the one and only Ivan movie.
Hmm.
I'm surprised they don't have a list of her books. One called Cross Crossbow,
Hmm.
Wish Tree, the Endling series, the Roscoe Riley Rules series, and the Animorphs series.
Hmm.
So she wrote some of the Animorphs books. The book I was thinking of is the other author.
Hmm.
So I was thinking, because of Winn Dixie and Edward Tulane and the one with the mouse.
Despero?
Yeah, those are all the other author. I get those two mixed up.
Yeah.
So then I thought, well, after I picked out those three, let's see if I can find four more to get my dollar's worth. Otherwise, we'd be paying a quarter a piece.
Yeah.
So I've found two Chicken Soup for the Soul little booklets. There's one on good deeds, and here's one on food and love.
Hmm.
And what I like about the Chicken Soup for the Soul books are their short things. So I put them in the bathroom.
Hmm.
Gives you something to do when you need to be in there a little longer.
Yeah.
I found a Harlequin showcase. It's a double book. This is Yuletide Engagement and Yuletide Seduction by Carol Mortimer. I figured, why not? Christmas romance. We'll stick it in my box of Christmas books wherever it went. I think it's over
Somewhere.
along that wall. Um,
Somewhere. All the books.
Maybe I'll read it at Christmas time. And then I found Thomas's ABC book because my client, when we were at the day program, saw another client using flashcards and learning her letters. And he says, I want to learn how to read. So I picked out this alphabet book, which is pretty good, I think. G is for Gordon, and then Gordon is a big, strong engine. And so it's not like hard to read. I don't think he'd have the attention span for a lot of stuff on a page.
Probably not.
T is for tracks. U is for up.
No, I would have put Tears for Thomas myself. I mean, if you're putting in other trains from the series,
Picky, picky. Well, one of the ladies I work with likes to bring me books. So one day she brought me these two. We have Beauty and the Beast Lost in a Book, an enchanting original story. About the first 50 pages or so, it feels like you're reading the library scene out of the Disney Beauty and the Beast movie, where he gives her the library and then she and the other characters go and clean it up. But then she finds this book. The prologue is love and death are sisters, and they make this bet that she the Belle and the Beast won't fall in love before the last petal falls. So to kind of skew things her way, Death puts this enchanted book, in the library, and then Belle finds it and starts looking at it, and she's able to step into the book and go do different things, meet people, go to parties and balls and all these things. But she doesn't understand that if she eats 3 items while she's in the book and loses 3 items while she's in the book, that she'll be trapped in the book forever.
huh?
And Love realizes what's going on, so she sends her little bugs because for some reason Love has beetles and spiders. Um, Sends them to help her and discourage Belle from eating things, but of course she ends up eating things and losing things, and
Oh boy.
Death is trying to trap her in the book, and there's a lot of action and adventure going on.
Hmm.
She also brought me Where the Mountain Meets the Moon, which was a Newbery Honor book. This one's by Grace Lynn. And I started looking at it. I've already read this one. And it is fantastic. I'd say it's a favorite for sure. Um, this young girl lives in a village that's very, very poor and they don't have much. And she sets off on a journey to try to, I don't know, bring the rain or something. I think that's what it was. It's called Fruitless Mountain because nothing grew there. But this one, it has this is a really nice edition. It's got really nice little illustrations. It's set in China. Um, there's another illustration. They're kind of sprinkled throughout, and it's really nice paper. This is a very nice edition. So I'm excited. Um, she also wrote Year of the Dog and Year of the Rat. I'm going to have to read Year of the Rat because that's when I was born, Year of the Rat. I love this. And there's dragons and all kinds of stuff in here. And it's a really, really good book. Highly recommend. Um, I know it's geared for like middle grade, but if you don't mind reading a book geared toward younger, that one's fantastic. She also gave me this one. She picked it up out of the freebie box at the library when we were there one day and started looking through it. It's really more like a textbook called This Realm of England, 1399 to 1688. So this has like the English Civil War and all the stuff with Cromwell and stuff like that. The Black Death, Henry the Fourth, Henry the Fifth, Edward the whatever. It just closed on me. Edward the something.
Edward the 5 billion. God damn, there's too many Edwards.
Fourth and Fifth, Richard the Third. The Battle of Bosworth Field.
Oh boy.
There's where the Tudors come in. Mary Tudor, Elizabeth the First, John Knox, Mary Queen of Scots, uh, Philip II of Spain, James the Sixth and First, because he was the sixth of was he the sixth of Scotland, first of England, or is it the other way around? I don't remember. We didn't do a lot of British history.
Yeah.
Charles the First, Charles the Second, James the Second. So yeah, there's a lot. It covers a lot of ground. And I like that it's got, the notes and things so you can see what the previous owner thought was important. I thought, I'll go ahead and hold on to it for a little bit. And I don't know, we'll see. Then I picked up The Victorian Home. Um, well, last week, what day was it? We went.
No idea.
Went to the library and I picked up a couple books out of the freebie box and then stopped at the one little free library in Syracuse, Ohio, not New York. Because the only thing that had been in there for a month is a big box of magazines. Well, I've already dug through those. And I was like, well, it needs some books. So I picked up 3 out of the freebie box and I had 3 in my that I was getting rid of and put those in. And then I stopped back a couple days ago and found this one. Somebody else had put like 4 or 5 books in there. So it's starting to look like a little free library again. But this looks interesting. I like the decorations and the pictures and I thought if nothing else, I'll look through it, and when I'm done with it, I can always put it back. It talks about the different styling and what was in the different rooms and, you know, the highlights of the Victorian home. And then I was at Ollie's.
Oh boy.
Let's see, Monday I was at Ollie's, and I picked up yet another cookbook.
Oh boy.
I have World of Warcraft.
Why not? World of Warcats.
Yeah. World of Warcraft New Flavors of Azeroth official cookbook.
Hmm.
This on the cover is um, similar to a shepherd's pie, only it's got seafood in it instead of beef or lamb.
Hmm.
They called it sailor's pie. Oh, there's my receipt. I couldn't find it the other day because I stuck it in here. Well, I'll leave it in here and then I won't be able to find it again later.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
But they had some stuff in here that sounded really good. And um like here's cocoa flat cakes, basically pancakes.
Hmm.
The day program that day went to IHOP and the pet shop,
Hmm.
and we went over and looked in Ollie's for a little bit. Here's our goulash. Looks all right. It's got lots of cheese on it. Deep fried butter cookies. Those look good. Mad Brewer's breakfast. Lime juice, green salsa,
Hmm.
green apple, baby spinach, water, plain yogurt, 1 tablespoon hot spices for the rim,
Hmm.
fresh apple for garnish, cooked bacon for garnish, cherry tomatoes for garnish, and a sprig of fresh parsley. Basically, it's a green drink for those who like green drink. Honey pot pie, green or black lentils, vegetable broth, a leek, celery, sweet potato, parsnip, stormwind seasoning. It gives you how to make that. A pinch of cinnamon, 3 tablespoons honey, unsalted butter, apple cider vinegar, flour, and one store-bought pie dough or a batch of flaky pie dough that's in the table of contents.
Hmm.
Sarsaparilla sinker. So it's basically a root beer float.
Hmm.
There's hummus, there's bagels, there's all kinds of stuff in there. And I thought, yeah, why not? Especially since I got rid of the special delivery box.
Yeah.
Now I can spend that money on cookbooks instead.
Yeah.
Are we ready for a snack to try?
Yeah. Why not?
While we have snacks, we have stuff to haul.
That's only the first part. We have bags of bags of bags full of just
So
randomness.
we have some cowtails. We have original, which I love original. But then we found caramel brownie and honey bun. So I thought we would try them and rank them. Basically, cowtails are caramel and they've got like a vanilla cream in them for the original. Um, they're like the little, was it goats,
The,
goats?
yeah, why not?
That one brand. They have the little caramel cream discs. It's basically that only in a tube form.
Hmm. Hmm.
So this is original.
Yeah.
Something I love.
Yeah. Cowtails aren't bad.
I like them.
Hadn't had them in a long time though.
Yeah, goats. Goetze.
Hmm.
Apostrophe S.
Goatsy.
Goatsies. Maybe it is. I don't know. So this one is honey bun flavor.
Hmm.
And quite honestly, it looks the same to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it smells like a honey bun.
Does it?
Yeah. So at least it got the scent down.
It's not that different.
Yeah. Yeah, I can taste a little bit of it.
A little, but
It's not
that different.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it'd have a little, like, cinnamon hint or something. Okay, and this one is the caramel brownie. Well, this one looks different, as it's a darker shade. It kind of looks like Tootsie Roll. And then the cream stuff looks like chocolate. Where the others are white.
Yeah.
Which, really, a honey bun, other than adding a little cinnamon, it wouldn't be that different.
Yeah.
Because the glaze is similar to the original vanilla filling. This isn't bad.
Yeah.
I think my preference is still the original. But I would say honey bun's pretty much tied there because to me they tasted alike. But this has a good chocolate flavor.
Yeah.
Should we do these next?
Yeah, why not?
So we went to Walmart today, and our Walmart is remodeling, and we found all kinds of stuff on clearance.
Oh, yeah.
I got a Demogorgon Squishmallow. I almost called it Squishable. Squishmallow. They had 11 and two different flavors of the Scoops Ahoy ice cream, chocolate, and butterscotch.
Yeah.
I picked the Demogorgon because he's just cool. And he's so squishy.
Yeah.
And they were a little more than half off because they were originally like 15 and I got it for 7. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought them.
Yeah.
Oh, we got another snack.
Ah.
I forgot about those.
Yeah.
And then I got a duck-a-fin. Ella duck? Whatever.
Yeah.
An elephant rubber ducky. I got one to put in the Jeep and one to send to my niece because she's into elephants. I thought about keeping it for Christmas as a stocking stuffer, but I also thought it might be fun to just stick it in a mailer and ship it with no return address or anything on it and make her wonder where it came from.
Yeah.
Anyway, there goes. That's the other stuff. What's this bag?
Bunch of swords, whatever the hell.
Finally picked up a copy of Nosferatu, the one that just came out in December. It's got the Blu-ray, it's got a digital code, it's got 2 versions of the movie, the regular theatrical release and the extended cut. I wanted it because it's a vampire movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I mean, I could watch it at any time on, was it Peacock?
One of those.
I think it's on Peacock. It's on one of the streamers. And Echo got a new pair of sweatpants.
Yay.
And he got a t-shirt. We got Hello Kitty. And it says 01 Tokyo Speed. She's in a little race car. That's cute. So now you got a new outfit to wear.
Yeah.
And I found a t-shirt that I really liked. Well, I found a bunch of t-shirts I really liked. I got Frog and Toad. I grew up on these stories. And it says, Dear Toad, I am glad that you are my best friend. Your best friend, Frog.
Hmm.
And I have on that one pin banner a Frog and Toad pin where they're on the bicycle.
Hmm. Yeah.
So that's pretty funny. More shirts.
Oh boy.
Okay, so I found Journey because I like concert style shirts, and these are so soft. Journey Summer, what does that say, 1982 Japan tour.
Hmm.
Um, April 9th, Fukuoka. April 11th, Kyoto. April 13th, Osaka. April 14th, Nagoya. April 16th, Tokyo. And April 17th, Yokohama.
Hmm.
How is it the summer tour if it's all in April?
Huh.
Anyway, it's just on the one side. It doesn't have anything on the back. And then I got. See, this is going to tell y'all what kind of music I like.
Yeah.
Got the Beach Boys. Tour, a Good Vibrations tour, 1964. Charlotte, North Carolina, Louisville, Kentucky, Indianapolis, Indiana, Des Moines, Iowa, Omaha, Nebraska, Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, Burbank, California, Los Angeles, California, Cincinnati, Ohio, Detroit, Michigan, Cleveland, Ohio, New Haven, Connecticut, Rochester, New York, Worcester, Mass, Santa Monica, Los Altos Hills, both in California, Mountain Home, Idaho, Bakersfield, California, San Jose, California, New York, and West Orange, New Jersey.
Hmm.
I thought that was cool. That one's double-sided. And then I found this one, Billy Joel Piano Man.
Hmm.
They had another Billy Joel one. We didn't start the fire, but they didn't have my size. And, the back is plain. But I thought that was cool. Gives you a little idea of what kind of music I like.
Yeah.
The previous concert style shirt that I had bought there at Walmart was Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Bad Reputation Tour,
Oh,
1980. So the only one, because the Billy Joel's not a tour shirt, I would not have been alive yet for the Beach Boys. And then the Journey one I would have been alive for, I would have been 10.
Hmm.
Joan Jett was either 80 or 82. So it would have been either 8 or 10.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Yeah. Should be only one real. Actually, no, it's two. Whatever the hell this is, a whole bunch of sorted.
Okay, we got some more random weirdness out of the clearance aisle. So I got Speedy knitting needles, US 35 and US 50. So 19 millimeter and 25 millimeter. I thought I bought both the same.
Hmm.
Oops. Oh well. So
Yeah.
what?
Seriously,
Doesn't matter. My sister-in-law likes to knit. I don't know if she's got anything like those. I thought I picked up two of the same because I was going to give one to her and one to my niece because my niece is learning to knit. And then I found the double-ended used for like making socks and stuff. Making things that are circular. So those will be set aside for Christmas. And then to go with our big tote full of games, I found these Monopoly expansion sets that I've never even heard of until we found them in the clearance aisle. We have the free parking jackpot.
Hmm.
So it says makes the game go faster. And apparently it has these little things that attach to the corner of the game board. So like if you land on free parking, I guess then you can spin or take a bonus or whatever to see how much you collect.
Hmm.
So I don't know. We'll have to see how that works. Drive the deal mobile. Does that mean it's got a token?
Hmm.
Hmm. The first one I saw was this one, the Go to Jail extension pack. And you put this one on the corner where jail is, and apparently you've got super jail.
Huh.
And you can go to jail to get corruption cards and make mischief.
Hmm.
Now going to jail might not be so bad after all.
Yeah.
I thought this just sounded fun. Robbery. Steal one property from each player currently in jail or super jail.
Hmm.
Citizens arrest. Play when another. I don't know. You can't read it because it's covered up with the other. There's a bribe.
Hmm.
So that one I thought sounded a lot of fun. Can you imagine? We'll have to learn how to play Monopoly all over again with all these.
God.
And then there's buy everything. It says now everything is for sale.
Hmm.
And they all say it makes the game go faster. Buy go, buy jail, buy new ways to win. Buy properties you've never been able to own.
Hmm.
Buy abilities and more from the sale vault.
Huh.
Can I just buy the bank and say, okay, we're done?
Yeah. Buy the bank, you own every spot on the
Let's see.
board.
The bank. This ability is active as long as you keep the card. You own the bank.
Hmm.
Place your personal cash to the side and keep it separate from the bank. When you pay, use the bank's money. When you collect, put it in your personal cash pile.
Huh.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
I want to own the bank.
Yeah.
But I thought these sounded fun. We kind of got out of playing Monopoly just because it takes forever.
Yeah. I don't even think it's possible to win with all the luck-based elements. It's like, oh
before.
yeah, you roll 6, but it's somebody else's piece or your piece. And the whole goal is to buy every single property or have most property.
Okay.
This should be on. Well, this is more. This should be the last one. That's from.
Well, do you want to try the kisses or do you want to try the Reese's before we start opening blind bags?
I guess Reese's and do that last.
So we found Reese's peanut butter pie flavored miniature cups. So gotta try them.
Yeah,
Found them at Walmart, right?
I believe so.
Random banana.
Yeah.
Random banana. Here, maybe that'll give me enough. There we go. So peanut butter pie flavor. And I like that on the back, it's got a no-bake peanut butter pie bar link. So we can download the recipe and make that. Do they look different in the middle?
No idea.
No, they really pretty much look the same. Although it looks like it's got Crispies or something in it.
Hmm.
I think that just went between the trash can in the box. Peanut butter pie flavored milk chocolate and peanut butter with crunchy graham flavored cookie pieces.
Hmm.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah.
Our Dollar Tree had some napkins marked down to 50 cents. I thought they were cute. I'm going to put them in my craft box. Can I get it in the box from here?
I don't know.
Ha ha ha!
Hmm.
Perfect. It's kind of standing up, right side up and everything.
Hmm.
Couldn't do that again if I tried.
Yeah.
What else we got? We got some fake Thin Mints. I'd rather pay $1.25 and get a whole bunch of boxes than $5 or $6. And we found these jelly beans, very berry. I thought they sounded all right. I mean, I support the Girl Scouts, but I would rather, for the money, just give a donation to a troop, a specific troop,
Yeah.
than do the whole cookie thing. And then I found salted nut roll peanut butter flavor, and apparently it's in conjunction with Skippy.
Huh.
And I like the regular nut roll, so I figure I'll probably like that too, because I love peanut butter. Alright. So, that's just an empty bag. So now we're to this bag.
Oh
This
boy.
last bag.
I believe so.
So he found a whole bunch of these pet simulator blind bags.
Which, for those of you that don't know, it's a Roblox thing.
It was originally $5.44. They're marked down to $2 at ours.
Yeah.
So you picked up a whole bunch of these.
Yeah.
And just keep piling them out here. Okay, and then we found a whole bunch of ribbon.
Yay.
I got 2 headbands, which actually only one of them's for me.
Yeah.
He's getting the pink one.
Yeah.
This is like that satiny stuff, and it doesn't have the little teeth inside. I'm going to have the teeth to make it stay in my hair. So, that's yours.
Yeah.
And then that. I found this one, which I think is really pretty. It's like a marbled gray. And it's got the little teeth, so it should work for me.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed. Then we found oodles of ribbon.
Some are really good price.
Yeah, the 24 cents. And it's this really pretty gold, sparkly, metallic. This one, I don't know. It doesn't have a sticker. You probably paid full price for this one.
Maybe.
It's a pink mesh, kind of in the middle, and then the outside edges are the satiny ribbon. This one was 99 cents, and it's like a robin's egg blue and gold zigzag. This is just red grosgrain. It was 99 cents. This one, I don't know. It's a red, just regular satiny ribbon. Let's say 1/8 of an inch. Here's a pink. Is this 1/2 inch?
Maybe.
5/8 of an inch.
Hmm.
It's just pink satiny. It was 49 cents. Here's another of the 24-cent metallic gold, which that one was mine. This one was 12 cents.
Yay.
Black 1/8 inch.
Hmm.
So hopefully they gave you the red the same as the black.
Yeah.
And pink was 24 cents. It's got a little bit of a glittery edge on it, and it's like 1/4 inch, right? 3/8 of an inch. There's purple. It's got the little loopies on the edges, and it's 47 cents. This black is the same way. It's 49 cents. Why is the black 2 cents more?
I don't know.
And then there's this this one, which doesn't have a tag on it, and is trying to unravel itself.
Yeah.
So we have a nice variety of ribbons to do artsy crafty stuff, or he just likes to play with it.
Yep.
I got a Mucho Mango Arizona, which I get this almost every time we go into Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
But I mean, this size for $1.25, I'm not angry at that.
Yeah. That's a good price for any kind of drink, really.
Yeah, considering like the little 16.9 ounce water bottles are that much in some stores.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we doing with these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Now, from what
Yeah.
my theory is that since this is merch for the game, or from the game, on Roblox, if you get merch for Pet Simulator, it should come with some code that you can put in the game to unlock maybe some more diamonds, or maybe you get a pet or something like that. And as much as I've been playing Pet Simulator,
Apparently these are Series 2.
and I see what looks to be...
It says collector clips.
Yeah. And I'm hoping for the cat. It looks to be a cat.
It just says collect them all. Pet Sim collect clips.
Yeah. Well, you dropped it.
Guess I'm not opening that one. Pet ran away.
Yeah.
And we got... Yeah, here's a scratch off mystery DLC Series 2.
Okay, good. I could use that.
This looks like a puppy dog.
It might be. Might be a fish on this one.
Apparently they're all angels.
I mean, they're a decent size too, as well.
A
For
little puppy angel. You got a tail.
open.
And a little card that on the back you scratch it off to get your DLC.
Come on. Destroying everything.
You're just weird.
Alright. Random fish. Looks like.
No. Okay. I'll hold it up so they can see it.
Yeah.
Yep, little goldfish.
Put as many of the codes as I can.
They are kind of cute. They're just little plastic clippies.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a parrot. Little red parrot. We can see a little design on his wings. He looks happy.
Yeah.
He's cute. Okay, now, how do I get that one without knocking everything over?
I don't know. Yeah, penguin looks like.
There's a penguin on the cover, so.
Yeah.
There we go. Cute little penguin. He's even got a little tail, little wings, little feet. He's cute.
Yeah.
Odd that the dog and the cat have angel wings.
Huh.
Alright, can I do this without landing on my nose? Alright, there we go.
I got another dog and a chicken.
Chicken?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yep, that's a chicken. So you're saying this is the last chance for the cat?
Yeah, hopefully.
What do you get? What do you get? What do you get?
It better be a cat or I'm mewing. I'm mewing.
Another parrot.
Yeah.
Guess you're just gonna have to mew. You would mew anyway.
Yep. Probably getting more on eBay if I were to look for it, but yeah, at least I'd know I'd get it.
So it is a chicken.
Because that's...
Buck, buck, buck.
Yeah, that's the last one.
Well, I don't want all these wrappers all over my bed. Shove these wrappers down in the trash can. Please. Like, push them down in instead of popping back out with these bits, too.
Yeah.
Oof. So, I think that leaves us now with the kisses.
Yeah, I believe so.
We found today, or he found, Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavored Hershey Kisses. They're here. Oh, this one actually tore. Oh, they're pretty.
Huh.
They've got like rainbow colored, bright, cheerful looking. Those are cool. And then inside, they're white with like a tan swirl. It says flavored cream with graham flavored bits.
Mm. Yeah.
So it's supposed to taste like cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah.
They're super, super sweet because they're a white chocolate. And white chocolate has a tendency to be super sweet. Well, I think we had a good day today. Pretty decent haul. Considering we were really only planning on going to the 2 thrift shops, and we only made it to 1 because we got started a little later than we originally planned. But yeah, I think we did all right.
Yeah.
Because like Walmart, most of the things we got were on clearance except for the t-shirts.
Yeah.
I think, well, we bought a gallon of chocolate milk and then the clothing was all regular price, but everything else was clearance.
Yeah.
So I think we did okay.
And I think the
But I'm
only
gonna wear those shirts until they literally fall apart. So
yeah, I'm the same way with pants and
and
shirts.
they're made. The concert shirts are all either Lee or Wrangler.
Really good brands.
And like that one I've got of Joan Jett, I've worn it a ton and it's held up really well.
Yeah.
And this is a good quality shirt too. The Frog and Toad was originally $8.98. I could have bought two of these for what I paid for one of the others, but because they were like 15.
Yeah.
Could have bought one and a half.
Yeah.
But you know, I needed some new stuff because I'm clearing out a bunch of old stuff. I don't like the way they fit, but these fit good, so yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
I couldn't pass up Frog and Toad. It's too cute. I read those books when I was a kid. I loved them. That's everything for this video. And today we stopped at the post office and got the Ireland box. Well, darn, now I know what all's in here. That's okay.
Yeah.
Socks, cookies, postcard, mug, soap, book, tea towel, bar, candy.
No boy.
Hmm. Comes from Cork, Ireland. So we'll have that to open. And if we get real ambitious, we've got 2 snack crates, a Japan crate, and a box soup. I don't think we're going to get through all of those tonight, but
Yeah.
we might get through some of them. At some point, we need to figure out dinner.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. We'll figure things out. But right now, I need to rearrange some stuff so that we can open a box.
Yeah.
Maybe get a new trash bag for the trash cans. That one's pretty full.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Does it
Okay.
say how many are in a series?
There's like a few of them. Okay, I got the goldfish. I got the penguin.
You got 2 parrots.
Yeah, parrot,
You got
dog,
the dog
and chicken.
and the chicken.
So it looks like a whale, shark, whatever the other one is, and the cat, plus
At least 3 mystery.
and the other one. So there's at least 4 different Mr. ones. 3 red and 1 kind of bluish, which I assume is the ultimate one.
Hmm.
The one that is going to be damn near impossible to find. Because, I mean, it's
Well,
climax.
especially since we're not even finding them until they're already on clearance.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get the cat, but we got the other batch.
Yeah. I mean, if I have to, I'll look it up on eBay.
Yeah, we didn't get that one or the cat, but we got the other 5. Which out of 7, we only got 2 duplicates.
Yeah.
Yeah, then there's 4 with question marks on them. So that's what, 11 different ones?
At least. Wonder what was on the series 1s.
I don't know. I didn't even know these existed until we found them today.
Yeah. And I wonder if there's any more, like season 3 or 4. I think because Pet Simulator just keeps going. They have at least 4 or 5 different
Well,
games
if
on
we ever
Roblox.
make it to Athens,
Hopefully they have some.
maybe next time we go to Athens, they might have, like we did with the Bears and Donuts.
Yeah.
Where we found them at Mason, and then we just happened to see them also at Athens. Yeah. All right, well, let's get this cleaned up so we can move on to the next thing. And remember to do all the YouTubey things. Comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell icon to be notified of future uploads should the YouTube gods deem it worthy. And we'll see you in the next one, which will probably be the Irish box.
Maybe.
Or maybe one of the ones over here in my pile. One of these days we're gonna get caught up.
Man.
Oh, I could open my Timu package.
Hmm.
Let's do the Timu package right now, real quick, while we're still here.
Yeah.
It's just one item, and I know what it is.
Yeah.
It's a birthday present for my client. The birthday's not until July, but I thought better grab it while I see it, or I might never see it again.
Yeah. It's not $10.
Yeah. It says it's my birthday with Stitch. And the it's my birthday. You can't really see it very well on the screen, but it's pinks and yellows.
Hmm.
You know, if they were to replace Stitch with Fluttershy, it could be a shirt for you.
Yeah.
They'd have to do the letters the same color.
Yeah.
But he's been wound up about his birthday lately. He's got it in his head. It's, you know, coming right now. And no, it's not until July.
Yeah.
You got some other stuff first. And he asked me if his shirt came. I said, yes. It's sitting at my house. Are you going to bring it when it's closer to your birthday? Not your birthday yet. And it came from one of the local warehouses. So it came really fast.
Yeah.
It was, about maybe a week at the most. It was in my mailbox before I had a chance to go. For a couple days before I had a chance to go. So anyway, we're gonna end it here and get this mess cleaned up so we can do the next thing. Some form of box, probably Ireland.
Yeah.
It'll be our second one. That means we got one more to go before we decide if it's a keep or a chop.
Yeah.
Because I did the 3-month subscription. If we decide we want to keep it, maybe we'll extend it to a longer subscription so it's a less expensive box.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we got some good stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm happy. So that's the important thing, that we're happy with what we ended up with. Um, I need to figure out where to put the books because my stack, my stack of books is getting a little out of hand.
Yeah. Just keep going.
That's just that stack. Then I've
Five.
got like my library book stack, and
Billion.
then my bookcases are just
Yeah.
yeah, they're just. I just laugh and shake my head. They're that crazy.
Yeah. It just keeps
What I'd
going.
really like to do is one day go to Athens and do the little free libraries because there's like 8 or 9 of them on the app and listed for Athens.
Hmm.
Not any listed for Mason. Not any listed for Gallipolis. Not any listed for Middleport.
Hmm.
So around this area, we don't have a whole lot of them. There's one in Pomeroy, 2 in Syracuse, and 1 in Racine. And the one I went to in Racine the first time, I got a couple books for my client and a couple for myself. It's really nice. It's really pretty. I went back to drop a couple books off and I put them in. And I thought, oh, this book looks interesting. And I pulled it out and it was full of ants. We've I've been getting ants in my house too. So I know it's weather related. But I was so disappointed because I wasn't going to take that book covered in ants.
Yeah.
And there's a whole mass of them on the top edge near the spine. So I just knocked them off. I thought, okay, well, they're gone. And then I opened it and they were all crawling all through the inside of it too. I was like, nope, not taking that home, not covered in ants.
Yeah.
But when you check in at a little free library on the app, you can leave them a private message. And I said, I know it's due to the weather, but right now there's a whole bunch of ants in your little free library. I put a few books in there before I noticed them. I noticed them when I pulled a book out and it was covered in ants. I said, I don't know what you could do for it, but I just wanted to let you know. I'll come back a later and look at some stuff. But right now, I didn't want to take a book because I didn't want to take the ants home.
Yeah.
But I saw somebody getting stuff out of there the other day, so I don't know if that means the ants are gone
Or if they just
or
don't
if
care.
they didn't notice them,
Yeah.
which is highly possible. But anyway, I'd really like to do, a little free library video. I've been watching tons of them, and I'd kind of like to do one because I think it looks like fun. Um,
Yeah.
I like going to the ones that we've got local. I mean, all whopping four of them.
Yeah.
But if I ever decided to put the money into it, I would consider putting one out in front of our house because we're across the street from a school.
Yeah.
So I could put some books in there pretty much for all ages, really.
Yeah.
Some kids' books and some adult books, and maybe not the really adult books.
Oh boy.
I think somewhere I still have the Anne Rice Sleeping Beauty series.
Oh god.
And yeah, exactly. Let's just say Sleeping Beauty does not get woken up with a kiss. I would say that it's SA, but you
Yeah.
know. Anyway,
I mean, no matter what, like it's non-consensual.
yeah, it was non-consensual, absolutely.
Even
So,
in the original story from the Disney version, like she didn't consent to him kissing her. Yeah, she was sleeping, so she really couldn't do anything. But was that really the only way? Come on, Disney,
well,
consent.
that was the curse.
Yep.
And I'm sure Grimm, that was their curse too. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean,
Like, why is it only kissing?
Sleeping Beauty is very problematic.
Yeah.
Now, Snow White is also a little bit problematic with the whole has to be woken up with a kiss thing,
Yeah.
but she was wanting a prince to come kiss her.
Yeah.
Especially in the movie when she sings "Someday My Prince Will Come,"
Yeah.
and you know she's wanting a prince to come kiss her.
Yeah.
So with her, it's a little less severe.
Yeah.
But Sleeping Beauty, she had no say.
Yeah.
What if she didn't want a prince? What if she wanted a princess?
Yeah.
What if she just didn't want anybody? What if
Well,
she's Ace?
what if you wanted to sleep forever and just say, who
Just
cares?
leave me alone already.
Just let me sleep for all eternity. I'm
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, I'm fine. Let me sleep. She's tired.
Yeah.
She's what, like 16 on her 16th birthday? Is that when she pricked her finger
Oh boy.
and went to sleep?
Hmm.
So, I mean, she's underage.
Yeah.
Of course, back, if you take into consideration when the story was written, they were getting married at like 13, 14. So
Sadly.
she was a spinster by 16.
Yeah.
But nowadays, she's underage.
Yep.
Make her 18. Or
Yep.
at least she'd be of age.
Yep.
So, I don't know. How did we get off on this tangent?
I don't know.
I'm trying, keep trying to end this, and I just keep going.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna see about maybe doing a video like that at some point in the future.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it'd be fun. I love watching the ones on YouTube already because I like to see what people are finding, what they're putting in the boxes,
Yeah.
and then I sit here and laugh at the arbitrary rules that they put on themselves.
Yeah.
Like, I can't take a book unless I leave a book. Well, actually, in a little free library, that's what they hope for, but they just want to get books out into people's hands.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a book to give that day, you can still take a book.
Yeah.
If there's one that you see that you really, really want, take it. That's what
Uh,
it's there for.
that's the same thing as a blessing box, really. It's just like take what you
If you
need.
need something, you can take it. If you have something to share, share it.
Yeah.
Which, we could have put those things that we were going to drop off at the thrift store. We could have put those things in the blessing box because the blessing box been nearly empty
Yeah.
for a while now.
Hmm.
When I stopped the other day to see what was in the little free library, I looked over and it had like one can of corn and a couple cans of beans and
Yeah.
all those cans of fruit cocktail that were in there the other day. They were gone. But we leave stuff. We had a period of time where we needed from the blessing box. Now we leave things
Yeah.
because when you have to share, share.
Yeah.
When you are needy, it's okay to get something if you don't have anything to replace it right then. Just remember later on to take something back, give back to the community.
Yeah.
If they help you, you can help back.
Yeah.
Or put something else in there. If you take food, maybe you have, a really nice jacket or something you can put in there. We've
Mm.
left socks in there before.
Yeah.
We've you found a pair of shoes in there that one time, and
Yeah.
it just so happened the pair you were wearing had a big hole in them and the sole was coming off, so that was perfect timing that we found shoes.
And I wore the hell out
And
of
you wore them
those.
until they literally fell off your feet.
Yep.
So we got lucky a couple times when we needed something, that's when it showed up.
Yeah.
But then we've left like jeans that were in really almost like new condition. We've left, you know, socks. We've left all kinds of things that aren't necessarily food in the blessing box, but it's still blessings to somebody.
Yeah.
Um, Especially, plus size women.
Yeah.
Because I've left a few things that, you know, you don't always find for larger ladies. But we did go through a period of time where we didn't have money. We were going, well, how are we going to buy groceries this week?
Yeah.
I have $5. I can either put gas in the car so I can keep looking for a job, or
Get food.
I can buy, a case of ramen
Yeah.
for $3. And, when you get down like that, there's no shame in asking for a little help or getting some help from the blessing box.
Yeah.
But just, keep in mind that when you do have the means, it's a good idea to, put something back, give back. And that's what we do. We take when we need, we give when we have. And it works really well. As far as the books, I mean, I don't know how many books in those little free libraries
Yeah.
over the years. And I will probably be putting more in soon. Um, I still have some that I was going to donate to the library, but I want to wait till after the book sale
Yeah.
because I don't want them to put them in the book sale. Um, but there's some that they're either signed books or they have the signed book plates in them. And they're really nice, like Owl Crate editions and things like that. So I put a couple of those in that one little free library. So I hope they didn't get messed up with the ants.
Mm.
Because if I would have seen the ants, I wouldn't have put them in there.
Yeah.
I would have put them elsewhere. But I still have, a pretty good sized box of books, probably 10 to 15 in it yet to share. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I just, I know how people are at the book sale because we're kind of that way too. We go in with like a $20 bill and then we load up the car.
Yep.
And they they're just happy to get rid of the books and that they're going to somebody who wants them.
Yeah.
And any money that they make from it goes to doing programs for the library.
Yeah.
Um, I got to remember to call them and sign up for that one class
Hmm.
on the 17th. I think I'm off that day.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm off that day. I want to take the bread making class.
Oh boy.
So, anyway, almost 10 minutes ago I said we were going. So, we're
Yeah.
going now. We're going to be back here shortly with another video.
Yeah.
Bye bye.